The chairs over there, you've got a seat.
Okay.
You might find it a little bit warmer sitting in a chair than standing.
We have a delivery of samosa, which should be coming to you very shortly. I can see them right now. So that will keep you warm for a while, inshallah.
Do we not have anybody who needs a chair?
Okay. نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome guests and dignitaries and the mayor. Thank you very much. I would like to just say thank you all for coming. I know it's very cold, but our hearts are warm. So hopefully that will keep us going for a while, inshallah. As is customary, we will begin with the recitation of the Holy Quran Sharif, and to do that tilawah, I would like to ask Haji Irshad Ali Sahib to come to the stage.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانعك هو الأبتر صدق الله العظيم. صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله وسلم عليك يا حبيب الله صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله وسلم عليك يا حبيب الله. हमको अभी तैबा के नज़ारे नहीं भूले, हमको अभी तैबा के नज़ारे नहीं भूले। वो दिन रात जो जन्नत में गुजारे नहीं भूले, दिन रात जो जन्नत में गुजारे नहीं भूले। आँखों में बसाया है मेरे गुंबद खज़रा, आँखों में बसा है मेरे गुंबद खज़रा। मस्जिद नहीं भूली वो मीनारे नहीं भूले, मस्जिद नहीं भूली वो मीनारे नहीं भूले। दिन रात मदीने पे गुजारे नहीं भूले। मेरा जो मेज़ान हो कौसर हो के पुल हो, मेरा जो मीज़ान हो कौसर हो के पुल हो। हमको कहीं सरकार हमारे नहीं भूले, हमको कहीं सरकार हमारे नहीं भूले दिन रात मदीने में गुजारे नहीं भूले कौसार सहाबा बड़े प्यारे हैं नबी को कौसार सहाबा बड़े प्यारे हैं नबी को बरसात सुलाए हैं वो प्यारे नहीं भूले दिन रात मदीने में गुजारे नहीं भूले दिन रात जो जन्नत में गुजारे नहीं भूले वो जहल की मुट्ठी हो कमर हो के शजर हो बू जहल की मुट्ठी हो कमर हो के शजर हो आका तेरी उंगली के इशारे नहीं भूले आका तेरी उंगली के इशारे नहीं भूले दिन रात जो जन्नत में गुजारे नहीं भूले
Jazakallah, thank you so much. I'll try not to drop the mic this time. I know it's very cold and I know you're all being very patient, so this won't be a long program. I just wanted to summarize where we are today. Alhamdulillah, about a year ago we started the construction project, and the last time you came here there was nothing. It was just empty land. Alhamdulillah, we have now risen the steel. We are 99% of steel completion. There's just a couple of columns at the front that need to be put up. And once those are done, because of the weather recently, we've had small delays each week. We can't use the crane certain days because if it gets too windy, you have to stop. So hopefully, by the middle of next week, the last two columns will go on. And inshallah, the brickwork will begin. We have about 15,000 bricks on behind me on the side over there. So those bricks are ready to be laid. And hopefully after this we'll ask Peter Taylor to lay some bricks for us as part of a ceremony. We were hoping actually by today we would have had some bricks already planted and we were going to do a raising the roof part. We are a couple of weeks behind now because of the weather. But we are here to do dua to not only complete the brickwork, but complete the roof. And inshallah within 1 year, if the funding keeps coming in the way it has been coming in, we will complete inshallah in 1 year's time. So I think we've done, as a community, have done a really good job. You're standing under the fruit of your own labor. This is the fruit of your donations, your support. And I can tell you that the need for a community center, for an Islamic center, today is more than ever than before. The community out there is suffering in lack of understanding of Islamic values, of British values, of how to be a good human being, how to be the best citizen we can be. All these elements are missing in society, I feel, and we're failing our communities. Those who teach well are in the minority, and unfortunately, majority of our children are going off the path and into not so good streams of lifestyles. So I really hope and pray that where you're standing now will be a function hall, which goes all the way to the back. There's no partition in the middle, that's just a temporary structure. And that's where we will have massive functions for the whole community. Not just for Muslims, but also inviting our non-Muslim community members into this centre. We will have a coffee shop, a cafe, a shop, a nursery and classrooms above you. So it's a very big site. You can see that car parking is a good amount as well. And what we need is to really push forward and change society. And you're all very key in making this change. And inshallah, the whole country we will become an example of how to be an Islamic center. एक मिसाल बन जाएगी कि कैसे इस सेंटर को चलाना है पूरी मुल्क में इंशाल्लाह, पूरी दुनिया में मिसाल बन जाएगी आपकी दुआओं के साथ. So I really think we should get behind this. Many of you have donated before, and many of you will donate again, inshallah. And if you do wish to donate, there is brothers around in the yellow jackets who will take your details. And record how much you want to pledge. In order to finish off the windows and doors, we are looking at around £150,000 to make it wind-tight. We have enough money, inshallah, to make it watertight, but we need a bit of a push to make it wind-tight, and we're looking at the community to fulfill that. So, I won't go on too much more. I think I'd like to invite Peter Taylor, the Mayor of Watford, who recently was elected by a majority. We would like him to come to stage, say a few words, and thereafter we'll go to the corner there and we'll lay some bricks. Thank you. Peter Taylor.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning everyone, it's a pleasure to join you. I think this is the coldest event that I've done since I was elected. Oh, no, thanks. Is that alright?
Keep the microphone in his hand.
It's a charity budget, so...
Can I do that? That's probably much, isn't it? I'll just hold it. I think it's easier. It is a pleasure to join you all and to see so many familiar faces. It's nice to always to see Jamil and Mr. Munir and everybody here, even when it's particularly... Imran mentioned that I was elected 7 months ago, and of course my predecessor Dorothy Thornhill was hugely supportive of this project, providing funding in this land, and I'm equally supportive of the work that you're doing, working with the community. I think the vision that Imran set out about being a really active part of the community, about being a centre that serves obviously the Muslim community in Watford, but our residents of all faiths and none, and helping people to become active parts of the society is such an important thing. So I'm really pleased to see the progress that you're making. It's my first time actually on site. I've driven past many times and been curious to see how it's going, but it's really good to see the physical structure taking shape. I'm very happy to help you. I must warn you that my DIY skills are very limited, so I'll do what I'm told, but I fear that I won't be able to help you much with the construction. But I will be able to provide the council's full 100% support, and as you know, we've provided this land, we've helped with funding, and I'm really pleased that working closely in partnership with the Muslim community and with residents across Watford, we're going to be able to see this reach fruition. I know it's very cold, but just very quickly, the other issue that's often raised with me by the Muslim community is burial provision in the town. I just want to let you know that we're working really closely to improve the provision at North Watford Cemetery, and that we will be able to make an announcement in the next few weeks about increasing provision so that we can make sure that everybody that needs burial space, every Watford resident, that will be provided, and we're working closely to make an announcement soon on that, which will be very positive. So it's a pleasure to join you. I wish you all the best over the next few weeks, and I look forward to seeing this completed and working and serving our town and our community. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your kind words. And Haji Munisa, would you like to say a few words too?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Actually, I like to say in Urdu or on language, if you don't mind, please. Sorry, Peter. Especially, आज जो ये प्रोजेक्ट यहाँ पर पहुँचा, ये सब आप लोगों की सपोर्ट से पहुँचा है, और मैं स्पेशली पटीज फील साहब जो चशम के एक्स मेयर हैं वो तहसील है, उनका भी शुक्रिया, इब्रार शाह साहब और जितने लोग हैं, हमारी पूरी कम्युनिटी एक जो है वो जान हो गई इस प्रोजेक्ट के पीछे काम कर रही है। इन लोगों की भी सपोर्ट हमें चाहिए, जो काउंसिल की सपोर्ट चाहिए, इसके लिए आप लोगों का तावन बहुत ज़रूरी है, और मैं आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। आज बहुत ज़्यादा लोग होने चाहिए थे, बहुत कम लोग हैं, मतलब हमने मस्जिद में भी अनाउंस कराया है, पर सम रीज़न सर्दी से डर गए लोग, हमने समोसे या जलेबी वगैरह का भी प्रोग्राम किया है। तो पीटर, I'm just saying we thank you very much. Dorothy did supported us very strongly, and we hoping you're going to do same, and obviously we need to get this project rolling forward. We need a lot of funding to run the project as well also. Without council support, without Dorothy's support, it wouldn't happen. And obviously, we're going to lay the brick today, which is supposed to be the Dorothy also will come, but I think some engagement she couldn't come. But we really appreciate for council support, which is all way long, and also my community, which has supported us very strongly. And we got Nazir Jasser Saab, who is a very loyal supporter, and all many other people supported us very strongly. And we thank you very much for all who couldn't come today because of the cold. And obviously we keep supporting you. We need your support. Thank you.
Thank you. I see Hajit's there as well. Thank you for coming. I would also like to invite PC Simon Mason to say a few words, if you would like to share some words. We work closely with our police structure, which provided invaluable support to the community, and I think it's only right that we help them do their jobs the best we can. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, thank you for inviting us today. It's great to be here and see the structure and what you're creating here. I think I'd like to touch on some of the words that you've already said this morning about our communities, particularly our youth. To see what you're doing here, not just for Muslim youth, but something that can help all of our youth and all of our communities to guide them in the right way, in the right direction. They're travelling times at the moment for our youth up and down the country. So it's great to be here, and it's great to see that we're providing new opportunities for children amongst all of our communities to point them in the right direction and guide them away from some of the things that are going on at this point in time, which are a real threat towards those kids. So again, thank you very much for being here today. And it's really, really encouraging to us as a constabulary to hear some of the good work that's going on here that will help everybody. So thank you for everything you're doing, and it is great to see what's happening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would also like to I can't thank everyone, although I probably can, but we'll be here a long time. Mrs. Jodri, thank you for coming, appreciate it, mashallah. Mashallah, we have our beloved Uncle Maqsood Sahib has arrived too. So before that, Nazir Jasser Sahib, would you like to say a few words? No? Too cold? Well, I know your sentiments, thank you. And we also have the ex-mayor of Cheshire, Bhatti Sahib, would you like to come over and say a few words?
Assalamu alaikum. May I say a few words in English and also a few words in Urdu. First of all, I congratulate Mayor of Watford and his cabinet and the community of Watford that they help and devote a lot of money for this project that will be very useful for the whole community. And I much appreciate the unity here today, and that will create a good atmosphere within all the community. And as I told before, that it will be exemplary youth center for not only England but maybe for the whole world. And that will educate the youngsters, the etiquettes, how to live harmony and peacefully. मेरे दोस्तों, मैं आपको मुबारकबाद देता हूँ कि आपने इस प्रोजेक्ट में दामे दुर्मे सुखने इसकी मदद की है और आप अंदा भी मदद करेंगे और इसमें मैंने भी हिस्सा डाला है। अल्लाह ताला इसको कबूल करे। और मेरी दुआ है कि आपकी कम्युनिटी में इत्तेफाक रहे और इत्तेफाक में बरकत होती है और इस वजह से ये कारनामे अंजाम दिए जाते हैं। और ये एक ऐसा कारनामा है कि जो रहती दुनिया तक याद रहेगा। और मेरे दोस्तों, हिम्मत से काम लो, बी काम एंड कैरी ऑन। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Be calm and carry on. Inshallah, we will. Thank you so much. Dr. Khansa, thank you so much for coming. Would you like to say a few words? Okay, no problem. Uncle Maqsood Sahib, please. MashaAllah, he's come all the way from the Midlands to attend this function. That's his commitment to Watford, MashaAllah.
نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. I took the opportunity to recite the verse from the Quran, Holy Quran. I have a few scholars around and just want to touch that. But Quran says that cooperate with the goodness and with the virtue, and do not cooperate with the bad and evil. How do I see this? This has been since I joined Watford Council in March '91. So that gives you my kind of age. And this land was reserved by the then council, and I think the credit go to number of councillors from all faith and no faith. In particular, I remember Rashid Chaudhry, may Allah preserve him, that how hard he fought with the developer to preserve this land for the community use. This land had a few ups and downs, but I'm delighted after 20 odd years it's gone into the right hands and into the right people who are not the future, or I call it, who are not the past usual suspect. They are the leader of the future. So my invitation to brothers and sisters is, I think it would be unfair if I don't mention Chaudhry Asmatullah Sahab alayhi rahma, who was instrumental. I've got some money from regeneration budget, and we bought few chairs for this place, and those chairs are I think ex-chairs. But no, people in the way Chaudhry Taj Sahab, Haji Yaqub Sahab and other leaders have definitely contributed to this work. So I think I feel quite humbled that this derelict, contaminated land is coming to community human use. And I hope that we all live to see these young people making it work and actually benefiting the young people. When it comes to the young people, I'm quite passionate from my background in the prison service, home office and DCLG. I rather have them under this roof, Peter, than on the street, and then arrested and then end up in the prison, and increasing the prison population, particularly the Muslim population, about 15,000, which is a quite high number compared to our own population. So I pray. My task was to what's called a pickpocket you today, but weather is not permitting. I'm sure there will be opportunity. The habit, die-hard habit, don't go. Inshallah, I will be begging again when the time comes. That way we bring this to the future. And the final word on my part is that we all, as a Muslim and the people of belief, we all believe in thereafter. And I want to take this kind of luggage and wasila or tawassul with me beyond us, so we can have this sadaqah jariyah, continuous kind of monument, and on the horizon of Watford as a beautiful horizon on that beautiful landmark. And may Allah grant you all the himmat and unity. I don't think it belonged to Zahid Saab, or it belonged to Imran, or Ratasab, or anybody. It belonged to Watford communities. And I believe in purely, this will be multi-faith, no-faith place where people can come and have their recreational needs met, and also the place to gather and place of peace and tranquility. Wama alayna illa al-balagh.
Thank you so much, mashallah, for your kind words. We have one final few comments from Zahid Sahab, the chairman of the centre, inshallah, and then we will do the bricklaying ceremony, and then you're all free to have more samosa and more tea, inshallah. So Zahid Sahab, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you all for coming here today, dear elders, brothers, sisters that have managed to come out of this cold winter's day. Jazakallah khair for myself and Watford Muslim Youth Centre Trust. Today marks a big milestone for all of us and the whole community. As you can see, the steel is 95% done. I think the last few bits will go up in the coming weeks and days. Alhamdulillah, the canopy at the front has started, and I think that looks really impressive. We should also see, weather permitting, the bricks going up. And today will mark our elected Mayor Peter Taylor laying some foundation stones today for us, inshallah. So thank you all for coming here to be a part of that. we've not got this far without all of your support, the support of the community across Watford and beyond into other towns. The Watford Muslim Youth Centre Trust committees, servants of the community have reached out far and wide across to many towns up and down the country as well, particularly to the mosques, to do mosque collections at Jummah service. The sisters group, brothers group, etc. have been very active over the last few years to do activities, to fundraise, and also as well as the dinner events that we've done as well, which have resulted in what you're seeing today, steel construction progressing. We're probably just over the halfway mark in terms of funds raised where we need to get to. So we need to continue, inshallah. These sort of projects, they're fundraised by the community, they're built by the community for the purpose of the community. So I would ask each and every one of you to continue supporting this project. Inshallah, we can see it constructed as soon as possible, really. There's so much great work that we would like to do across the community, within the Muslim community and beyond. Today we have our friends and colleagues from Watford Interfaith. We've got Harjit Singh over here, thank you for coming. We've got obviously our police service here as well today to support us as well, as they do throughout all of our events as well. I think that's really important to note that moving forwards, that we want to bring the community together to continue building bridges and to really look forward to doing activities and sharing our Islamic faith with the non-Muslim community, essentially. I think we're all blessed to be part of Watford. It's a great multicultural, multi-faith community. And we've had very good leaders throughout the community. As Uncle Maqsood Saab here is a great example to us all, true inspiration to myself. Haji Munir Saab, who does so much for the whole community, somebody who I say who wears his heart on his sleeve, who truly does care about the community and what we're trying to achieve here today. To continue, we've got Auntie Sharifa here, who's serving the community as well, locally, and she's a great source, great inspiration to us. And obviously our late uncle, Azmat Saab, who also is a great community servant. So these are the inspirational people across the community who have really, I think, inspired myself, Brother Imran, and the rest of the youth that have come forward. And I pray that Allah Ta'ala enables us to complete this vision and then really to get back to what started this whole project off, which was good, wholesome activities for the community. That's what I call the juice of what we're doing, and to really get back to that. I can't wait, really. We just really want to get on and to share what I would say is what we were taught by our Prophet, peace be upon him. First and above all, it is our humanity. That's what he showed, is that good side, that good part of the human side, to reach out to the needy, to the weak, to the struggling, and particularly the youth. I think that's what emanated from the project from day one. When we presented the vision of what the Muslim Youth Centre Trust, it was about trying to deliver services to the whole community, but particularly the youth that are struggling and growing up, facing the challenges of society. We hear it over and over again, and we've seen, sadly, our youth. Recently, somebody died through sort of things that are happening out there, which I believe and I hope that this centre plays its part of being signposted in the community, a place where they can come to join in good, wholesome activities, to go out and do activities in the community, to find their place, their value in society, and to really come here for education as well. That's the other side of it. We're looking at doing educational activities, providing extracurricular support, particularly, I would say, coming from the Pakistani community, working in a local school. I can tell you that one thing we struggle with, Pakistani Bengali, the BME community, we're struggling with English as a language, for example, and really that's something I want to see prosper from here. To raise the standards and to support them through their life and their journey through adulthood, inshallah. I'll try to finish quickly here because I know it's very cold. I think we all want to move on to the final proceedings. One thing I'll say to you all is that we all here, there's about 50 of us here, alhamdulillah. I know that more people attended if it wasn't so cold today, but I think we've still got a very good turnout. Each and every one of you has family, you have friends, and I think each one of you can go and speak to them. This centre will be built by all of us. So continue the work, look at what you can do to support the centre. And yes, it is primarily based on a financial aspect initially. We need to get to the next 200k or so to complete the building to where it's watertight. After that, it should be very easy and straightforward. So we want to see it so we can actually come in here and not face this wind and cold in a few months' time, inshallah. So look at what you can do to raise funds, either through your networks, through your friends and families. We're happy to receive Qad's Hasana loans from yourselves, which is a beautiful loan on the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at what you can have, we can put forward in savings. I think if 100 of us got together with 10 grand, which is achievable through our families and network, that would raise £1 million and the building would be finished. So that just gives you an example of what 100 people can do. I would like, from my heart, and it's not a trick or anything like that, to just say that I'm looking forward to putting 10,000 of my savings into this project, as Qad's Hasana loan very, very shortly with Brother Imran and the Trust. So I would like you all to look at what you can do. And it's for a few years. I'm sure we all have some kind of savings within our families that we can look at doing. That's how these projects get completed. So really look into yourselves, get in touch with us, let us know what you can do, inshallah. So without further ado, I'll pass over to Brother Imran and we'll move on to the final proceedings. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you, Zaid. Just a few thank yous before we move on to the final part. Just want to thank Haji Nisahib from Diva Foundation, thank you for coming. Also Nisar Saab, Such TV, Channel 44 for their kind media coverage. Also the council, Peter Taylor, Dorothy, who couldn't be here, but is here in spirit. And also, all the volunteers that have been working really hard, day in, day out. A lot of the things that aren't seen, but the struggle on a daily basis to get things done, it's quite immense.
Yeah, the struggle today to set this up as an example.
Yes, so thank you for everyone who's braving the cold, our site manager and all the workers, everyone else. So thank you to everyone who's been here. And all our volunteers, Gul Prasad couldn't come today, but he's very, he wanted to be here. But thank you to him for his support. There's Sobatab over there, there's Imran Mustafa Sab over there, everyone. All of you are integral to this project, so I just thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Now I would like Peter Taylor to, if you follow myself, we'll go to the corner over there. Everyone can also watch. We're going to lay down the bricks, inshallah, and after that we'll do a quick dua, and you'll be free to leave.
थोड़ी सी जगह दे सकते One second. This is part of history.
Hold it.
Peter, just 1,000 more to go.
जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं अभी पीटर टेलर ने ये फर्स्ट ब्रिक्स लगा दी है और इसके बाद इस प्रकार मोर जो है वो ब्रिक्स शुरू होंगी। अब मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी से यही रिक्वेस्ट है और बाकी कम्युनिटी से भी कि जो सब पे ना ठीक है हेल्प करें जहाँ तक इनको ज़रूरत है। खाली हमें जो है फाइनेंशियल हेल्प की ज़रूरत नहीं है, इसमें फिजिकल हेल्प की भी ज़रूरत है।
We can gather around for a quick dua, inshallah, finish off.
Ameen.
اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم أنت السلام ومنك السلام وإليك يرجع السلام. هينا ربنا بالسلام وادخلنا در السلام. تباركت ربنا وتعاليت يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. O Allah, in your infinite mercy, please accept the efforts of this project. O Allah, please give success to this project. O Allah, those people who contribute their wealth, their time, their efforts, their money, their hard work, please accept those efforts. O Allah, grant success to this project. O Allah, grant us completion as soon as possible. O Allah, from your treasury, grant us the wealth that we require to complete this. O Allah, allow this centre to become a source of excellent work for the community and to serve your creation. Ameen. O Allah, allow us to change the hearts and minds of people. O Allah, allow us to serve people. O Allah, give us the opportunity of nurturing the next generation to become the best they can possibly be. O Allah, make them the best human beings that they can possibly be. O Allah, allow them to be the best of Muslims. Ameen. And all those who come in here to learn the best of character. O Allah, allow them understanding of love and respect towards their family members and all other relationships. O Allah, remove the difficulties of people. O Allah, remove the illnesses and depressions and upset in people's lives. O Allah, for those people who have contributed to this event today, please accept their efforts and make their homes and their families prosperous and full of blessings. O Allah, grant us the opportunity of pleasing you. وَفَوِّضْ أَمْرِي إِلَى اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ بَصِيرٌ بِالْعِبَادِ حَسْبُنَا اللَّهُ وَنِعْمَ الْوَكِيلُ وَنِعْمَ الْمَوْلَى وَنِعْمَ النَّصِيرُ غُفْرَانَكَ رَبَّنَا وَإِلَيْكَ الْمَصِيرُ صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه ونور أرشه وزينة فرشه وقاسم رزقه ومزل لطفه سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Thank you so much. Please have some samosas and tea as you leave. Jazakallah.
सबको बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो। इंशाल्लाह ये काम अभी बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा। सब सपोर्ट करें। जज़ाकल्लाह।
टेलर फोटो चाहिए हमारा
But then at that time, one group, another group, another group. But yes, it's good.
Well, very well, very well. How are you doing?
Of course. Give me 1 second. Yes. Sorry, 1 second.
And it's cold. I just one more. That's taking it. Good job.
I'm very well.
Just stay there, please. Stay there. Gentlemen, if you don't mind,
Just stay there, please. 1 second, just stay there. सामने सब आएगा सामने चाहिए वहाँ मत सामने तो लफड़ों में
You know what you're doing. Oh, really? Oh, really? Where were you?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जनाब, मुझे यहाँ पे आके बहुत बड़ी खुशी हुई है कि आज इस प्रोजेक्ट की जो है वो रूफ सेरेमनी हुई है और इसमें तामीरात का जो है काफ़ी हद तक सिलसिला जारी है और उसमें बहुत लोगों ने डोनेशन किया है और इसमें मैंने भी काफ़ी डोनेशन की है और मेरा तल्लक चशम से है, लेकिन मैं यहाँ पे आके मुझे ये खुशी हुई है कि इस शहर ने एक ऐसा यूथ सेंटर कैंप करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो कम्युनिटी के लिए और अपने मुल्क के लिए और स्पेशली यहाँ के यूथ के लिए बड़ा फ़ायदेमंद होगा। तो मैं तमाम हज़रात से अपील करता हूँ कि उसमें दामे दुर्मे सुखने जो है इसकी मदद करें और ये एक सदका जारिया होगा और आपके लिए इस दुनिया में भी और आखिरत में भी इसको आपको अजर मिलेगा।